was kissing you, what'll I do? What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to?
Oh, what will we be doing here this afternoon, and tomorrow, and a few decades from now?
Don't be that pessimistic. Fall will arrive, and you know that life starts all over again when fall arrives.
But we're so hot. So hot I'm getting confused. But I'm thinking about it. Let's all go to town, shall we?
Good idea there.
But you nonetheless, you look cool. As always, I must say. You know what? You look like the person in that advertisement.
Man, good with that. Yeah, let's all go to town. I'm more than willing to go to town. Come on, people, let's have some fun.
It's too hot to linger here any longer. Oh my God in heaven, someone open another window.
All are already open.
Then we should call the room service to get something cold to drink.
The best way to deal with heat is to forget it. Otherwise, you'll only make it way worse.
Why wouldn't you let her be, old sport? Not everyone can bear the heat as much as you do. It was you who wanted to go to town anyway.
That ought to be your favorite expression, clearly.
Which expression, I pray?
All this damn old sport business. You see, where did you pick that up?
Tom, please don't start making personal remarks. I won't bear it.
Who could possibly get married in this heat?
Is there here someone who got married in June?
Mr. Gatsby, I heard you were an Oxford man.
That's not exactly true.
Oh, but I do know that you went to Oxford.
I did. Going to Oxford was an opportunity that was given to some of the officers after the end of the Great War, given that they had distinguished themselves in some way, which I did. Have you fought in the war, Mr. Buchanan?
No, I did not. I'd simply like to know what kind of fire you are trying to set in my family, in my house.
What? He's not setting a fire. You are the one who steers his order here. Please learn to control your tongue.
My tongue? Learn to control my tongue? Of course, definitely. It is the best thing to do. Sit back, relax, and watch your wife giving in to Mr. Nobody from nowhere. Isn't it, Daisy? If it is, don't count me in. Because you know it as much as I do. People in our time start by aiming at family and its institutions, sneaking inside of them, and before anybody notices, they'll have thrown all that overboard. We'll even have intermarriage between black and white.
Well, for all I know, we're all white in here.
Well, that's interesting, old sport. But I got something to tell you, and it's not about traditions, nor is it about black and white intermarriage.
No, don't say that.
Daisy, please sit and listen.
No, please, that was fun, but let's go home. Everybody goes home.
Rather not. I think we better hear what
has
Gatsby
to say.
Daisy doesn't love you. She never has. It is me whom she loves.
You're a madman.
She married you for one reason, though. Because I was poor. Rich girls don't marry poor boys, or so they say. It wasn't my time. She couldn't wait indefinitely, and the mistake was unavoidable. But I can assure you, old sport, that in her heart, the only person she has ever loved on this planet is me. That you are just that. A plain mistake.
Oh, how cute. But now we're married and she loves me. That's a fact. And now maybe I will surprise you with that one, but I love her. Yes, of course, from time to time she gets involved in events and things without realizing what they're about. But look, Mr. Gatsby, I too have gone crazy a couple of times, being a goddamn idiot sometimes. But every time I have come back, and I don't love her less.
Of course. Remember the reason we don't live in Chicago anymore. An idiot you were, absolutely.
Daisy, Don't you see? It's your chance. Tell him now. Tell him you never loved him, that the only man you've ever loved is me. And it'll all be wiped out, all over, Daisy.
That is true. I don't love him. How could I?
Never. You never felt love for him.
Never.
Never? Not even when you said I do?
No.
Not even when I carried that. Not even that time that I carried you in my arms all the way down in the mountains so your shoes wouldn't get wet.
Open a window, someone.
I love you.
You want me to say too much? I love you now. Is that not enough? I can't change the past. I did love him long ago, but I loved you at the same time.
At the same time? That's not possible.
There are a couple of things that you'll never know about me and Daisy. Daisy, I promise you that I'll be more present, more sweet to you than I've ever before. That never before.
Visibly, the situation is beyond your understanding, old sport. You won't get the chance to be sweet and present for her anymore.
Am I hearing this?
You are, Mr. Buchanan. Daisy is leaving you. For good.
Believe it or not, I am Tom.
Not a chance. Never. What kind of man would she leave me for anyways? A common swindler? A poor guy who must steal a ring to put on her fingers?
Pardon me, old sport?
No!
Daisy!
Was this where my son lived?
Yes.
I have read it in the newspapers. He was always on the front page.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gatsby.
You know, we were separated long ago when he decided to leave home. But now I ought to see he was right to do so. He knew his future was bright. You know, every time he had a major success, he would be very generous to me.
Yes. Jay was a very generous man. It's a pity that the people knowing him truly were so rare.
Right. He was a brilliant young man. His power was right here. And once, he left the country. What nice medals he got.
Bright in peace and equally bright in war. Wasn't he, Mr. Gatsby?
In fact, my name is Gas.
Mr. Gas. I was wondering if you wanted to run him back to the west.
At first, I would have loved to, but I thought about it, and he's better off here on the East Coast. You know, it's here he rose to be a rich person, to be the man he has become. I also thought about the fact that this is where all his friends are, and you were one of them?
Yes. Your son and I were very close friends. And, by the way, I found this book in his room. I didn't read it. I thought that maybe it was more appropriate for you to read it yourself.
Those were his objectives. He must have written them when he was about 15. He's 1. Practice interaction skills, mainly elocution and poise. 2. Study. Study hard. 3. Inventions. 4. Quit smoking. 5. Be better to parents.
In nomine Patri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti. Amen. In nomine Patri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti. Old sport.
You won't get the chance to be sweet and present for her anymore.
No!
Know what kind of fire you are trying to set.
You are a madman.
You want me to say too much? I love you. You want me to say too much? I love you. And someone open another window.
Thank you.
Right in peace.
J'ai pas fini.
Oops.
Why wouldn't you let her be, old sport? Seriously, it's no hope, it's no hope.